Good afternoon and welcome back to Steph's Kitchen Adventures. So I'm making some lunch. I've got some of this lovely black Cavolo Nero black kale. I've separated out some of the leaves from the stalks. The stalks take longer to cook, so I'm going to put them in the pan first. I'm just peeling off the leaves. I have to confess I did go through a phase of throwing the stalks away, but then I thought this is sacrilege really because it's all good. So I'm just chopping up the stalks so that they cook quicker, and I'm really pleased there's a nice cool breeze today. It makes a huge difference after the heat we've just had, so much more pleasant for a little bit of a kitchen adventure. So I've got on the chopping board those chopped kale stalks, and those are going in a frying pan over here. I've already put some avocado oil to heat up in the frying pan. I'm just going to let those stalks have a little bit of a cook down. Just so I'm prepared, I'm just going to get a lid from the cupboard. And that is going to go on the kale eventually, so it kind of sautés steam down. Meanwhile, I've got a little bit of red onion here to chop, and I'm going to put that in with the stalks. Doesn't have to be cut in any particular way. So that's going in the pan over here. I'm going to turn the heat up to about 6 and a bit, get it going. Then I'm going to add some spices at this point. I've got some ground cumin. I've got the reliable trio of ground cumin, oregano and chili flakes. You can't go wrong with those three, I always think. Love that smell. And I'm not being too shy with the cumin, because why would you? A few little sprinkle of our oregano can go in there, and a few chili flakes. So I'm going for about that many chili flakes. I've got a fly that's joined me, but I would often shut the doors, but today I'm enjoying the breeze, so I'm keeping them open a bit longer. I've got a little bit of red pepper here. I'm just going to chop this into smaller pieces. I'm going to add that to the frying pan as well. So it's all starting to take shape in the frying pan. Nothing fancy about this, just lots of nice organic ingredients. I went to Just One Swap yesterday for the Cavolo Nero and the red pepper and the red onion and some other wondrous things as well, including this garlic farm garlic mayonnaise, which is a secret ingredient at the end. I'm going to just put the red pepper into the pan. I'm not putting the actual leaves in quite yet, because they'll only need a little time at the end to sweat down. On the plate over here I've got some torn up lettuce leaves, and I've got a little piece of this rye bread with sprouted seeds. I'm going to butter that while I've got a moment, while the things in the pan are doing their thing. I've got some lovely organic butter which is quite soft. I think I may have to put this back in the fridge so it doesn't get any softer. I'm going to add a little bit to the pan while it's here, because that'll be rather nice too. Good fats, butter and avocado oil, both great for cooking with. I'm not cooking at very high temperature today. If I was, I would definitely avoid olive oil, because avocado and butter are good for high temperatures and olive oil not so much. So I'm going to put the butter back in the fridge, keep cool. And I'm just going to give the black kale a little bit more of a shred down. And it'll just be easier to eat. It looks like a lot, but it will cook down really quickly. It's a bit like spinach, it kind of disappears. It's this kind of kale that makes absolutely brilliant crispy seaweed. It's called crispy seaweed, but actually isn't. It's actually made of cabbage or kale or something. I love crispy kale. Other times I would put this in the oven to make kale crisps. Today it's going in the pan. So let's have a little look at the pan. Just going for a spatula. I haven't got my glamorous assistant with me right now, so that's why I'm wandering off camera sometimes. So this is what that's looking like in the pan. Rather pleased with that, how it's going. So there we go. That can stay at about 6.5. What else can we do? I've got an avocado here that I've been kind of working with for a little while. I think it's finally got to a point where it's reasonably soft inside. It's not the softest avocado, but I think it will need to be eaten now. You can see it's not amazing, but it's okay. I've got one of those nice green avocado storage pots somewhere. I'm just going to cut this part out because that is the extremely hard bit. I'm not going to dispense with it. I'm just going to eat it separately. Pretty hard. But hey, there's no reason to dispense with an avocado just because it won't ripen. Having said that, it's pretty solid. Just the last week or so, the odd avocado has been very much on the solid side. Still peels reasonably well. Once scored, it peels. But hey, not the best example of a peelable avocado. I will persevere. Oh, there we are, it's peeling not too bad. Hey, little section peeling reasonably well. So yeah, it is an adventure after all. Yeah, I can work with that. I'll have to finish off with a knife, I think. Okay. And then we'll be able to slice this onto the plate. Right, it has come time to add my Cavolo Nero kale leaves to the pan. There we go. I'm just wondering whether I need to add any water to the pan. I'm just going to give this a bit of a mix through. Put that back on the heat. Okay. It's looking nice. Yeah, time to put the lid on and let that gently steam. I'm not going to add any more water. Just let the liquid that's naturally in the veg help sweat that down a bit. There we go. Right, lid on, back to other prep. So I've got a piece of leftover organic chicken thigh here. I'm going to cut this up with some scissors and add this to the kale mixture at the end. I'm not going to heat it up again, there's no need. Just cut it up into nice bite-sized chunks. I've cooked it with the skin on. Chicken skin is very good for you, except if you're a person that it isn't good for. There's always an exception, but generally chicken skin, very good. So that's a chicken chopped up. I'm going to persevere with the avocado peeling using my trusty green knife. I've got my camera propped up on my little bin box. So we've nearly got to a state of preparation where the avocado can go on a plate on top of my lettuce. Just slicing it. There we go, and that is just going to go onto a plate, dispensing with a little bit of less pleasant avocado. There we are. So I've now got my lettuce, my avocado, and some of my seedy sprouted rye bread. What else? Some olive oil I think is needed, and maybe some sesame oil. Sesame oil and olive oil. And I'm just going to drizzle a bit of this on the leaves, the salad leaves. You can never have enough leaves, in case you're wondering. You never have enough fresh, green, organic especially, food and leaves. There we are. Yeah, let's open up the garlic mayo already. And I think I'm going to just put a little bit with the chicken that I've chopped up. A bit of pink Himalayan salt in with that too. I can hear the pan making a nice sizzleish noise, which means that the kale, pepper and onion is nearly ready. Just going to lift up the lid on the pan. Yeah, happy with that. So we've got a lovely pan here of cooked down kale, steaming beautifully with red pepper, onion, using all the kale there. So I'm going to just move my leaves over and my bread and add some of this to my plate. Absolutely marvellous. Do make leaves the focal point of a meal wherever you can. Let's mix this avocado in with the chicken. I'm just going to put that on top of the kale leaves. This is nice salty garlic mayo, chicken thigh. So I've got my protein, I've got my lovely fresh green leaves, organic leaves. That's looking pretty good. So that's what my plate is looking like now. Bit of a tour of the plate. And I'm pretty pleased with that. Looking forward to eating some of that. I think I've got enough mayo and oil on there. So that is me and that is lunch. And thank you very much for watching, and wishing you lots of adventures in your kitchen. Happy ones with lovely tasty food. Thank you, and see you soon. Lots of love.